Hey guys, it's Becky. I am here to start my layout for Thrifty Thursdays with Leslie. We're running out of suggestions. In fact, I think we are out of suggestions except for flocking, but we're not going to do that. Leslie doesn't have flocking, so we're just not going to do that. But this month, so anyways, if you can leave some suggestions, that'd be fabulous if there's something you want to see. This week we're going to be doing tiny word stickers or small word or phrase stickers. So I pulled out some of these from Simple Stories. I got this old Cosmo Cricket, and then I have a Bella Boulevard. I'm not sure which one I'm going to be using. We also are going to be doing pre-made word titles, so I'm probably going to use this word celebrate, but there's a bunch of these on here. And like, here's another example of pre-made word titles. I'm not going to be using these on this layout, but these are actually difficult for me. I really like to come up with my own unique title, so it's going to be kind of difficult for me, but I do think I'm going to be using that celebrate word. We'll see what happens. And then our third item is going to be heat embossing. So I pulled out some Zing in gold, and I pulled out Zing in black because I'm not really sure which route I'm going to be going. I am going to be using a sketch, and this is a page map sketch, and you see how there's these stitched lines. I think I'm going to use my Versamark pen and kind of heat emboss my stitched lines. There's also some stitching down the side right here, so I pulled out two stitching type stamps. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use, but I'm going to try and heat emboss going down this side in one of those stitching fonts or stitching stamps. They're kind of small stamps, so I don't know how well the heat emboss will work on these ones. These ones are bigger and a little more defined. It might work better for those. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. So I'm also going to be trying to do a couple challenges for a cherry on top with this layout. So we'll see how we do. I will be right back with my process. All right, I'm going to start with this heart shape right here. I just went on to Google and put in heart images, and I picked out just a basic shape, went ahead and printed it out on my printer. I wanted to kind of make sure the size was, you know, close to what I had wanted. I kind of wish I would have made it a little bit bigger, but it's okay. It ends up working out. You can see right there I'd cut it out, and then I outlined it, and now I'm taking that Versamark pen and I'm just drawing dash lines like stitching would be. I'm going to go ahead and put on some black embossing powder and heat that a little bit. This red piece of paper I'm using for my background is a Fancy Pants paper, and I think it might actually be from a Valentine's Day collection. Not 100% sure, but it is a Fancy Pants paper. I do kind of burn the paper just a little bit. In the end, you can't even tell. It was like it looked to my eyes like it was starting to turn a little dark, but then the darkness went away, so I don't know if I actually burn it or not. I end up doing that all the way around the heart. Now you can see right there I did cut out this piece of flower paper. This is from a Crate Paper paper pad, and I think it's the Hello Love collection. I love that collection. In fact, I just pulled the paper pad out and I fussy cut a whole bunch of images, and I'm fixing to do another layout with that paper pad since I have it out anyways, right? Well, since I already put my heart down, you know, I already heat embossed it, I went ahead and I had to trim off all four sides because I wanted it positioned where it was. So I just trimmed 1/2 inch off of each side. I am going to use that flower paper as my background, but I'm also going to pull out another piece of it because I really wanted to use that flower paper again. So I just pulled out another piece because it's a paper pad, right? So I have a couple in there. Pulled out another piece, and that's what I'm going to use as my strip right there. You can see that sketch up in the top right hand corner. I'm kind of just mimicking that little strip right there. I am initially going to try to use these two photos by stack them on top of each other, not side by side like the sketch calls for. In the end, I am going to get rid of that bottom photo. Now, the bottom photo is a photo of the box that First of all, you don't even know what the top photo is. It's a bottle of champagne and some truffles. This year for Valentine's Day, Jim sent me to work instead of, usually he'll do cherries, berries, and some type of a flower or roses or something like that. This year he had sent me a bottle of champagne and some Lint white chocolate truffles, and then champagne was already chilled. I did not drink it at work though. I think that was a Thursday. I ended up having champagne on a Saturday. So anyways, that's what he sent me to work this year. This year wasn't just Valentine's Day, as you guys know. Well, a lot of you know. Some of you are newer subscribers. Hey. Valentine's Day last year, 2018, is when I had my mastectomy. So Valentine's Day this year marks 1 year, no evidence of disease. Now that's just what they call it. I don't know if it's just my oncologist or if it's all of them, but they don't say you're cancer free until you're 5 or more years without having breast cancer again. I don't know if it's a kind of like one of those CYA deals where they might say you're cancer free and then you go back in 3 months and, oh, you really still have cancer and you can sue them or something. I don't know. They just call it no evidence of disease for at least 5 years. So this is year number 1 that we're celebrating that. 4 more years to go. So I did take out one of those other stamps. I think I ended up using the Bo Bunny one that's very small and dainty. I used the hearts and I did heat emboss a line down that side. Now you can see right here, I'm very carefully trying to put this page down because that heat embossing did warp it and make it crinkle up a little bit. So I did put a lot of double-sided tape on there, and I'm taking off a strip, rolling it out, because I want it to be as flat as I could possibly get it, and that did end up working. So right here, so that was the heat embossing portion of this, what we said we were going to use. This right here is going to be the tiny word letters. I did print out my journaling. This is that same heart that I used to trace. I just cut the black outline off of it. I am taking my journaling and I'm cutting it into strips. I'm going to put that down the center, and then I'm just going to put a whole bunch of different Valentine-y love words all the way around this heart as well. So this heart's just my journaling, and then a whole bunch of this little lovey-dovey phrase words. Now at the end of this layout, it looks very, very simple, and it is, but it took me forever with the heat embossing and then laying down all these phrase stickers. Oh my word, I worked on this for a whole day. Now I didn't spend the whole day working on it, but I would say I probably spent a good 3 hours on this sucker. I like it. I do like how it came out. It came out pretty nicely. And I'm really happy that I was actually able to use one of the pre-made words. That was our third challenge. So we had the word phrase stickers, we had the heat embossing, and then we had a pre-made word. And I did end up using the word celebrate, which is what I previously said I was going to be writing, because celebrate works for me because we're not really just celebrating Valentine's Day as, you know, a lover's holiday anymore. Valentine's Day totally takes on a different meaning for us at this point in time, right? So it is a celebration here, and that is probably why I got a bottle of champagne. Not sure if that's the best thing to celebrate that with, because probably causes breast cancer. I don't know. I drank it anyway, so we'll see. Okay, so I did finish doing that heart, all the little word phrases on it, and I am going to stick it down right there. You saw me stick it down. So they got the black stitched outline of heat embossing around the heart, and that heart just fits right in the middle. Now I am going to do away with that bottom photo, like I said. The bottom photo was a photo of the box, the champagne and the Lint truffles came in, but it also had the card on it. I wanted to include this card anyways, and that was for a different challenge at a cherry on top. I wanted to include this pocket anyways with the note that Jim had sent me. So I originally had that on there, but I had a photo on top. I just totally ditched the photo. I mean, we didn't need it. It didn't really add anything. It was just really cumbersome, so we just go ahead and ditch it. Right here is where I'm going to be putting celebrate. Now this pocket card, this pocket with the card in it is pretty thick, so I do have to put some foam tape underneath the C-E-L-E-B, and then the R-A-T-E is going to sit on top of that card. I do have to put some foam tape underneath those other letters. And I still think it's not quite enough. I probably should have used 2 layers, but I didn't. Sitting here looking at it, you can see how it kind of goes upwards when it goes onto the card. that's okay. It's not going to bother me too much. I'm probably not even going to notice when it's in a page protector. So another challenge that I was trying to do at a cherry on top, you had to use buttons, and you got bonus points for using heart-shaped buttons. So you know I have some white heart-shaped buttons, because who doesn't? I do. Of course I do. So I am going to go ahead and put down 3 of those white heart-shaped buttons down around the page. I also pull out some gold glitter paper hearts. Now these I had punched out for a previous project, and I still had them on my desk, and I'm like, oh, you work. So I go ahead and put those down around the page. Now you can see at the end of the word celebrate, I did put down Feb 14th. It's a sticker. They came off of a sticker sheet, a Valentine's Day sticker sheet, obviously. And I did pop part of that up on some foam tape as well. And over at the top left-hand corner right here, I'm working on, I do put the number 14 down. Now, I did also, when I did my journaling, I did also type in a few breast cancer type words, survivor, strength, brave, support, things like that. And I didn't have any word phrase stickers that said that, so I went ahead and printed them out with my journaling, and that's why I was being very particular about that 14 numbers, because right to the right hand side of that was survivor, and I did not want to cover that up because I intentionally printed that out on purpose. So that's why I was being really weird about where that number 14 went. The rest of the words are just the phrase stickers off of a sticker sheet. So I am, in true Becky fashion, I am actually going to stitch the buttons on. Haven't got away from that yet. Maybe someday, but right now I still feel like I need to stitch on the buttons. So that's what I do. I am also going to pull out some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in Gold and give that a little bit of a splatter around the page. Not too generous, just a little bit. And then after I do that, I am not going to do anything else to this layout. Guys, remember to go check out Leslie's page for this week's Thrifty Thursday. I have not seen it yet either, so it's going to be a surprise to me too, and I'm really excited to see it. Again, this week we were doing word phrases, pre-made titles, and heat embossing. If you guys want to see us work with a different type of product, embellishment, whatever it is, go ahead and put it down below so we can add that to our list that is woefully non-existent at this point. We're just starting to come up with things on our own at this point. So let us know down below what it is you want to see. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Bye, guys.